What's going on, guys? John Green here from Honest Ecom, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to make money online in 2018 using Instagram and Shopify. Alright, so the method I'm going to be talking about today can really be used to do a whole variety of different things, and what you get out of it is going to depend on what you put into it. Now, this method can be used as something you sort of do on the side after your 9 to 5 just to make a little bit of money, or it can be turned into a full-time business, and that's what I've done. The method that I'm going to go over today is the exact method that I used to do a little bit over $1 million in sales on just one of my Shopify stores in about 6 months. Alright, so the method that I'm going to be getting into today is dropshipping. Now, I'm sure many of you have heard of dropshipping because in recent years dropshipping has become a huge craze and it's become super popularized all over the internet. And this is a really good thing because dropshipping is truly a beautiful way to start a business for people that don't have a ton of capital. But that also means that it has become an incredibly competitive market. Now, if you already know how dropshipping on Shopify works, you can go ahead and skip a little bit into this video, and that's where I'm going to talk about the specific tips I use to succeed in such a competitive market. But in case you don't know what dropshipping is or how it works, I'm going to get into that right now. Alright, so essentially what we're going to be doing is using 3 main websites. Now we're going to be using AliExpress to source our products, Shopify to manage our sales and to host our website, and we're going to be using the Facebook Ads Manager to run traffic to our site through Instagram. Alright, so essentially AliExpress is a direct-to-consumer wholesale website that connects individuals with wholesale manufacturers in China. Now, websites like this have existed for a long time, but what makes AliExpress unique is that it allows for individuals to purchase single quantities of these products. Typically, wholesale websites require large purchases, and that's what allows the suppliers to sell their products for so cheap. But AliExpress allows you to purchase a single product to send somewhere, and that's what we're going to be doing. Now, essentially, what we're going to do is find products on AliExpress. Now you're going to want to source a product on AliExpress related to a specific niche, related to a specific demographic which will like to purchase it. And in later videos, I'm going to go ahead and get into how to choose a niche and how to choose a niche that will be successful on Instagram. But for now, just know that the products you pick should be related to a specific demographic of individuals who will be interested in purchasing that product. Now, once you find a product with reputable reviews and quality product images, the next step is going to be to import that product into Shopify. Now there are apps to help you do this, including Overlow and Autolow, but once you have that product imported into your Shopify store, the next step is going to be creating value. Now you're going to want to include a product description and quality product images, as well as tools like reviews and timers and different things to create scarcity and value. Now, we'll get into that later, but essentially what you're going to want to do, take that product from AliExpress, import it into your Shopify store. Now, once you have it in your Shopify store and your Shopify store is up and running, and you have a home page, as well as product pages and all the terms and policies that you need, the next step is going to be pushing traffic to your Shopify store. Now, the way that we're going to do that is through the Facebook Ads interface, which will allow us to run ads on Instagram. Now, an overview of this whole process is going to be, you will create advertisements on Facebook using the Facebook interface, and then you're going to run these advertisements to individuals using Instagram. Then, the individuals using Instagram will click your ad, go to your Shopify store, and they'll purchase the product directly from you. After this, you will take the customer information that they provided you to your Shopify store, and then you will purchase the product from AliExpress and send it to the consumer without ever touching the product yourself. That's a little bit of an overview of the process of dropshipping, and now we're going to get into the specific tips I use to succeed in the super competitive dropshipping market. Now, the first thing is Instagram. Traditionally, when you hear about Shopify dropshipping, you hear about Facebook ads. Advertisements that are run directly on Facebook. And Facebook advertisements are great. They're great. They've provided me a whole lot of sales and a whole lot of success. in the last like 3 years that I've been doing dropshipping, but Facebook has become incredibly competitive. As Shopify dropshipping has gotten more and more popularized, so have Facebook advertisements. And this means that if you're a new Shopify store owner, it's incredibly difficult to create advertisements that are able to compete with the other people who are likely advertising your product. And that's where Instagram is a little bit more unique. See, the key to success in dropshipping is being unique. So you realistically, if you want to succeed, you have to sort of create a defining characteristic of your advertisements or your store that makes you stand out from the rest. And the way that I've done that is running my advertisements only on Instagram. Now, when it comes down to Instagram advertisements, there are a few things that make some advertisements far more successful than others. And one of the most important things is the visual appeal of your product. Now, Facebook allows you to create a huge description of on your advertisement of your product, and the product image is below that. Instagram is a little different. You're only allowed to put a very small amount of text beneath your ad before an individual has to click more to read the rest. And so most of the intrigue on your products will come from the image that you use. And Instagram is an incredibly visual platform to begin with. That's what people are there for. People are there to see beautiful images that tell stories. And so for your product to be successfully sold on Instagram, you must have a striking image that definitely intrigues people immediately. And that's one of the key aspects to creating a successful advertisement, is having something visually very interesting to look at, and that'll draw your customers in to read the description that you put. Now, another key aspect of Instagram advertising is that you must create perceived value. Now, the reason that products on AliExpress are sold so cheap is that the sellers on AliExpress are after volume. They want to sell as many products as possible for as cheap as possible, and that's how they make their money, is volume. We are not after volume. AliExpress is able to get volume because the wholesale aspect means that AliExpress is the cheapest place to source the products that they sell. But when we import the products to our Shopify store, we're going to have to mark them up. So we'll no longer be the cheapest source of the products that we're selling. So we have to have an edge. And the edge that we're going to create is perceived value. Now, when you import these products into your store, you have to make sure to use quality product images. Don't use product images that have watermarks or Chinese characters on them or plain white backgrounds. You must use product images that convey a sense of value, a sense of uniqueness, and you have to make your customers perceive your products as valuable. Now, there's a lot of different ways to do this, but one of the most important is definitely the product images. Another important aspect is your product description. Do not import the AliExpress product description, or you will never sell a single item on your Shopify store, and I'll tell you that right now. When you create a product description, you have to tell a story. You have to convey your product in a way that makes people interested in it. You can't say you were going to sell this speaker right here on your Shopify store. If you simply imported the product and said, black speaker, works great, no one would ever buy that. But if you import the product to your store and you pitch the benefits of this speaker, you tell a story, then individuals will be interested and they'll want to buy a speaker from you. They won't buy it from anywhere else on the web because no one else told them a story. No one else got them interested in the company, interested in the product in the way that you have to. So, to sum things up, to make yourself successful with the Shopify dropshipping model, you must be unique. Do something interesting. Don't exactly take what I've told you and copy it word for word. You have to take the general method and then on your own, you have to find out, what is your edge? How are you different than everyone else trying to sell the same product? How are you going to be unique? How are you going to be different? How are you going to make people want to buy from you and from no one else? The second key aspect, visual appeal of your products. If you're advertising through Instagram, the advertisement pictures that you use must be great. They must be intriguing, they have to tell a story, and they have to get people interested in your product in just a couple of seconds. Otherwise, people are just going to keep on scrolling past your ad. You have to make them stop. You have to make them think. And the third thing is the perceived value of your product. You have to create a perceived value that's greater than what AliExpress is able to do, or individuals will just look for the cheapest source of your product. And part of the way to do this is by telling stories, making your product a part of a story, and by using quality product images and creating a brand with your store. It's hard to sell products from a brandless store. If you name your store, if you try and make your store the next Walmart, it's going to be hard to succeed. You have to create a brand that individuals can relate to. And in doing that, you up not only the perceived value of your products, but also the uniqueness of them. And at the end of the day, the two most important determining factors for your success are going to be the perceived value of your products and the uniqueness of your store and your method. All right, so that's about all I have for today. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.